Okay, so we are live here in the VirBELA Open Campus. You're in the conference hall, and we're going to do a Tools for Success training for all of you. The very first tool I would tell you about is obviously the one you're in now. This is a tool called VirBELA. VirBELA allows us to connect with anybody, anytime, anywhere, for any reason, and we can do it and be anywhere on the planet Earth to do so. There is no traffic or bridge tolls or travel. There's no road rages or airfares and hotels and taxis. We open up our lid of our laptop or our computer, even a mobile device, and you can just pop in here to the VirBELA Open Campus. Some of the tools that we use I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to be giving you 2 documents. So if you're watching this video, I will try to put these in a link somewhere for you. But if you are here live with me or watching this through one of our channels right now, we're going to make sure you get a copy of these VirBELA Tools for Success. It includes the VirBELA internal tools and things that you can use inside here, as well as links to some of the things I'm about to share with you. We'll also give you a presenter's tips and tricks before you leave today. So when you run your event, when you come in here and you're going to run your state of division meeting, or maybe just a family reunion or a graduation, or maybe you're going to build a world and run your business in here like many others have, then this will be a really good guideline for you the day before to really do a run through and have the best experience at your event. I will give you copies of those today, but I want to start with a few of the tools and even a couple of correlations to some of the tools. There are a lot of internal tools inside the VirBELA platform you're sitting in right here, right now. I'll go through those, but the first tools I want to share with you are the outside tools we use inside here to help run businesses. The first one is just Google Earth. It's good to know where you are. I like to know where you are. And as we work with people around the world, building these worlds for them, we like to get the visual of where you're sitting because most times we can't hop on a plane and come see you. While Google's done a great job capturing the world in imagery, I think we're doing a great job connecting the people who make up that imagery. There is another Google tool I'm going to use right now and demonstrate because I've used it over the last 6 weeks here communicating with people from literally over 35 different countries. This one I love because I have met people from all over the world. I can convert my comment and thought and things I need to share in over 100 languages. And just as an example, it's nice because I can type what I need to say, and in here I can say what I need.
Campus abierto de VirBELA. Me llamo Brad Anderson. Como su anfitrión, le invito a entrar, tomar asiento y relajarse mientras aprende más sobre VirBELA. ¿Cómo te digo esto en un idioma diferente? ¿Qué idioma hablas para que yo pueda convertir mi idioma al tuyo?
Now where it gets really crazy is when I pull this screen up in the center of the VirBELA room right now and we all start communicating in our own native languages. That changes our world, folks. So I'm going to give you guys again links to all this stuff, but here's one. Check this out. I think you'll like it. And the fact that you could share this live with somebody and collaborate in a room together where I type in English and you type in Russian, and guess what? We can sit and have a conversation. It's really a really cool tool. So there's 2 I think you'll get some good use because right now, look up in the menu, there's 106 people from the planet Earth, and I guarantee you not all of them speak English fluently or as their native language. In here, these screens are called web screens or presenter tools. I can upload images, I can share videos, I can do podcasts, I can do a variety of things right here inside these screens. You can also share your computer. While I'm sitting here at my desktop, I'm showing you my laptop screen. How am I doing that? Using this tool right here. I'll give you a link. And this is not to say our native screen sharing won't work well. Our first version of screen sharing is now been launched. So when you go into the demo halls here in VirBELA's Open Campus, you'll probably see those video options. When you click on one of the screens, you can start sharing your desktop immediately with 2 clicks. You can also share your camera. You could turn any one of you, walk up to this screen right now, click on the webcam. It'll say, do you want to share your camera? You say yes, and you'll be smiling out at your audience right here, right now, live. That's all built in to our network here. Free conference call is one tool. Some of you use a Google Chrome browser For you, I'm going to give you a link to what's called Crank Wheel. Glenn Sanford, it's one of his favorites. He's uses this daily. I've been using the free conference call daily, and I've been using both of these tools here to share my screen with the world for the last 5.5 years every single day, hours at a time. Crank Wheel is a plugin for the Google Chrome browser. It's not a screen sharing tool that runs independent. It has to work with Google Chrome. Watch this tool. I click on this screen leap. I'm gonna leap my screen onto Sarah's screen right now. This is the coolest because there's no download, there's no upload, there's no time constraint. You just click on one green button and you can share your screen with any human being on the planet with that link right there. It's that simple. One click, you take that link. It says, which screen do I want to share? I'll pick the one I'm in with you guys. I say share, and now I can only show one person this, but I could add one of you right now and show you what I'm doing with this link right here. It's called Screen Leap, and it's for that instant need. Even when you're not in VirBELA, even when you're not in your world or your team suite or you're doing an event in here, that will work for you pretty much anywhere, right on your iPhone, your Android. You could be on your tablet. That is a cool tool, and that's just something I've been using recently. And then there is, of course, Zoom. Everybody knows that Zoom is a very popular tool. I'll give you a link to Zoom. I've done many Zoom calls. I've put Zoom calls on the screen. A lot of times folks are asked to do a Zoom call, so I'll jump on those. It's free, it's easy, and people will want to see you. And so we have native screen sharing. We have native cameras built in that will replace Zoom, free conference call, Crank Wheel. Please test them out. Please go into the demo area and test these tools. If your video can turn on in 2 seconds, 2 clicks, and you could be sharing your desktop computer with your family or friends or your company or your organization or your entire industry globally reaching, then you want to make sure that those things are working for you. All right, let's talk about a couple of other tools that are in a different category. It's collaboration. And I'm going to show you this really cool tool. One link, I go to the website, I'll give you a link to it, and I start this whiteboard. And this really is, it's so fun to do this. I'm going to make this thing pop up on the screen. Now, before you get the urge to make a smiley face, please don't. I'm going to ask you to draw your best version of a flower. Everybody click on the draw pencil right now. Give me the best version of a flower, and you might be the winner in this room right here live. And you guys are really artistic. I'm really enjoying this. But what are you doing right now without really realizing is this. These are words I'm going to start pasting around that is a tool you can't put a price on or a value on. What if we start working on something really important and we started to engage with our companies, engage with the people surrounding us, engage with total strangers drawing flowers on a piece of paper? This is what I call participation. And when you do this with family, friends, companies, people around the world, you're proving to me now you guys have some really great abilities. And you're proving to me that something as simple as drawing a flower or something as complicated as finding a new cure for the pandemic, finding world peace, helping me figure out the world's financial solution. There is a close bar at the very top of that. So anytime you use the broadcasting tools inside VirBELA, you can use that close button. But think about that. You can broadcast messages. You can collaborate on a document like we are all now. If you're the football team, I don't want to ruin this by drawing X's and O's and going out for the long Hail Mary pass. But you can imagine how 10, 30, 25 people could sit in here with a piece of paper like this and really get creative. But this is really cool, and it's just to get you to really open up your mind about collaborating with the people in the room that you're with. Congratulations on a beautiful, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to have to do it that way because I don't want to stop my screen recording using that recording tool we're showing you today. Okay. Oh, I didn't give you the link to the Twidla. Twidla is, this will be in the PDF I'm going to be giving everybody, but here is the Twidla link in the text chat. There you go. And now I'm going to go to another one just like Twiddler, but this is a little bit more, it's not as colorful. It doesn't seem as fun. It's more like a black and white spreadsheet. It's got the graph paper in the background. But I'm still going to give you a link to this. It's called Awe App. And when I first came over to VirBELA with Glenn Sanford to do some things here, I noticed this in one of the conference room and I clicked on it and I loved it. So there you go. It's called Awe App. And that is a collaboration board that you can do a ton of stuff with. But again, it's not just coloring. It's probably sitting down with designers and engineers and graphics people and, people who do engineering and architecture and those kinds of things. But again, the ability to come together with 1, 2, 500 people and work on something simultaneous, live and in real time is very practical. It's very realistic, but not in the real world. It's just not possible because of the travel, because of the cost, the expense, the things that, efforts it takes to do something in the real world, we can do in seconds in here, where sometimes you can't even do this out in the real world. Here's another tool I'm going to show you. It's called Trello. If I have an idea, like I want to build a VirBELA Learning Center, in that Learning Center, I get to add links, items, upload PDFs, put attachments, tag people, really do some amazing things on a Trello board and incorporate other people from the thought process to completion and implementation to where you're celebrating success. Trello to me is the number one go-to. You all know already. Did I give you a link to Trello? I think I did. Yeah. This is one that just goes without say, but I've had people say, oh, I never thought about that. Google Drive. And I use Google Drive to collaborate with these guys. 2 reasons I do. Number one, because I can pop any of you onto a piece of anything here, a document, a Word, a slide, a website. We can build a spreadsheet. We can write programs. We can draw flowers. I can do all of that with this drive. But number 2, if and when my hard drive crashes, because I know it's not a matter of if, all of your computers are a matter of when, all my stuff is safely stored right here in the cloud. So I don't have to worry ever again about losing another laptop or a hard drive. It gives me a lot of peace of mind knowing my stuff not only is my company and you and I in the cloud right now, but so is everything I ever need. I did say I want to share this one with you because it's called MindMeister. I want to give you a link to it. It's MindMeister.com. I don't know if that is in the PDF I'm going to upload to you today. So that might just be one that didn't make it to the list and I'll try to add later. But again, mind mapping is amazing. So here's what a mind map looks like. I can invite you guys to this, but I'll just pull one up. Starts off with an idea like mind mapping. What does mind mapping do? Well, then you start having somebody says, well, it allows me, VirBELA allows me to maximize my productivity and not have to pay for the overhead and the operating costs. And what kind of tools would you use? Well, we've got VirBELA, we've got Workplace, we use the Google Drive. So you can take these things and you can drag them around and you can all work together right now. Instead of drawing flowers, you could all be working on your business. And these are all collaboration, all tools you can work with people sitting right next to you right now. Of course, Google Drive, you have to make it a public document, otherwise it's private. But here's another one where I could ask you to take a poll right now. I could even ask, in fact, I just found a new one called Poll Everywhere. And I'll show you that one. That's not on my list either. But Slido, SLI.do, lets you take polls. You can do Q&A. You can do interactive stuff. And you can bring it up live on the screen. So I'll do a test. And so right now, anybody in this room, I could give you a link and say, yeah, click on this link, and about 5 of you might. But when I do it this way and I use the VirBELA tool and I broadcast it in front of all of you like this, and now I say, now ask the question that has puzzled you your entire life. Hopefully you guys are seeing this on the screen. I don't see your questions coming through, so maybe it's not letting you type a question. Or maybe your question is so good that you've been searching your whole life that you're afraid to find the answer. I had somebody tell me that once. Say, you know what? It can't and shouldn't be this easy to find the answers to questions in life and find solutions to challenges. And I'm telling you, in VirBELA, it is. So connect yourself, collaborate with people using these tools. You can't go wrong. You will reduce the learning curve in ways you can't imagine. You'll reduce the time, the effort, the cost, and the overhead it takes to come together in a real meetup, in a real building, when you can do that again. Folks, there are hundreds of companies now running their business, sitting in here just like we are, but they're running their meetings. They're running their staff. They're running their events. They're sitting down with their developers, their programmers, their sales and marketing teams are meeting in here together. In some cases, there's 300, 400, 500, 700 of them in an auditorium, and they're all collaborating and they're all sharing in real time from all over the world. That is a very powerful tool that VirBELA is able to provide now to, I'm just going to say, a world that really needs some help putting pieces back together right now. There's a couple last tools. I'm going to get you guys out of here on time and let you ask any questions, show you anything you want to know. But the next tool is called our mobile app. I came in here earlier. My friend, is he in here now? Andrew Angle was in the auditorium. And so I came in on a mobile device on an iPad. I was down in my house and I said, hey, can you hear me? He said, yeah. And we carried on a nice conversation. So if you want to come into any VirBELA Open Campus environment and do it right from your mobile device, here's your link. That's a great tool for success right there. That's on any iPad or iPhone. You can come in, sit down. You don't sit because you don't have a desk and a chair and an avatar, but it's a walkie-talkie app, and you can come into any of the rooms and you can communicate with the people in those rooms. And I didn't forget about my Android friends. Here you go. This is for anybody who has an Android or a smartphone where you're going to go to the Google Play Store. Now you have two of the most powerful tools. And remember, you don't have to be an avatar now to come in here. The last thing I want to invite you all to before I let you out of here is this VirBELA University Workplace. We have a group of people. It is a closed group. It is multi-companies around the world. It is international, but it's invitation only, and it's called VirBELA University. Come to the university to ask questions, to get answers, to download documents, to find PDFs, to watch videos. Even this class will eventually be posted once I edit this video, will be here on the VirBELA University. So this link I am now putting in the text chat, this you would have to click on now, and you would have to ask for the invite through this invitation, or you could do it later if you want to. I don't know that this will be in the PDF file I'm about to upload to you, but I love having a university place where you and I can connect when we don't have an avatar. When all you have is the world in front of you and your mobile device, which is pretty much every day, all day, you can come in here, you can chat with me, you can chat with our staff, you can ask questions, you can get tutorials, you can come in here late, you can share it with others and invite other folks in. Again, it is a multi-company closed group by invitation only, but any member can invite others in. The last thing I'm going to ask you for is to take a second to do me a favor and tell me, what did I miss? What could I do better? Number one, just take your mouse right now and go ahead and click on where it says name of event. This is called VirBELA Tools for Success. The second box is where you're going to type my name, Brad Anderson. 1 is low score, 5 is a high score. Then please justify that answer in the next two boxes. What do you like most? What could I improve about this session or make this better? So please fill this out in its entirety, and in exchange, what I'm willing to do is have our staff and our team at VirBELA reach out to anybody you know, love, and trust that you think would benefit from VirBELA. This is just a form. Tell us their information and how to reach them, and on your behalf, VirBELA will reach out to that person and say, we have a platform. Please submit that. That goes to me. I read every single thing you guys put in there. I do have a team that also reads that to reach out to those that you refer. And then we also want to make sure we're looking for ways to improve the sessions. With that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this recording. And as you saw when we started to begin the recording, all I had to do was simply press on my Mac, Shift Command +5 simultaneously, and it brought up the little start bubble to record. Now all I have to do is go to the top bar, that little circle that says stop, and we'll go ahead and finish this recording. Thank you guys for attending today, and thanks for watching this video of VirBELA Tools for Success. You guys are awesome, and we'll see you again next time here in the cloud.